Today we're taking a look at Cardano's ADA Coin, performing some technical analysis and making some predictions on where we can expect to see ADA go in the near future. Let's get into it. Welcome back to Cardano's ADA Coin chart, guys. If you'd like to buy ADA or want some free Bitcoin, there are a couple of links down in the description of today's video. And we've had quite a little turnaround in Cardano, and the reason for this is due to what I said would be the only reason we see a reversal in Cardano, and that will be if the market actually decides it wants to pick up. And that is certainly what we have seen, going from the low of today at 76 cents to the high at 89 cents, and today we even got all the way up to 90 cents, currently sitting at 87 cents. Now you can see we did continue along the trajectory that I had expected, fell below our key point of support, which was at 81 cents, but we have managed to see that nice bounce now, which is absolutely fantastic news for us. Now, interestingly enough as well, the price is above that 20-day moving average, and it's sitting right on it. This is acting as our key point of support now, with that 20-day moving average sitting at a value of 86 cents. So really good stuff there. Our key point of resistance at this point in time will be that 50-day moving average firstly, which is at 97 cents, followed by our horizontal point of resistance at $1.01. If we zoom in a bit more, I think what we're going to see on an hourly basis is basically a nice little flag pattern forming. So let's expand that a bit so we can get a better look, and certainly looking like that is the case. And it's also looking like that this flag may have actually just broken out, which is pretty exciting stuff. Actually, no, in fact, it is testing the top end again. Let's have a look at the bottom end of this. I would have thought, interestingly enough, we broke in a downwards direction underneath it, but this moving average here has been a bounce point, and we've shot back into the trajectory of this here. Alternatively, there's another way to look at this, and that is by shifting this line down here, and I'd say this is actually probably a bit more likely what has happened, and we're seeing a flag pattern more in that triangular sort of shape. So that looking very good. In the next few hours, we are going to see hopefully an upwards movement. I'd be expecting going a bounce again and break out. So pending, of course, and this is really where it ends up coming down to, the overall crypto market does continue to move upwards. This could possibly be what is known as a dead cat bounce, and that is basically where we have a drop, then a sharp bounce upwards, also known as a bull trap as well, and then the continuation downwards. But overall, even if we start to put in place potentially another flag pattern, on this chart here, we are sort of seeing something a bit like this at this point in time. So where we've got a similar sort of flag pattern forming, or a bit of an ascending triangle right there, basically like that. I think that is sort of our best case scenario at this point in time if we are expecting a bullish move. So I suppose the next few hours are pretty critical to determine whether or not that is actually the case. So looking relatively good. It's interesting as well, we went up and the volume certainly did spike on that day. Of course, it's nothing crazy, but it is more noticeable than the red days surrounding it. So right now we're having a bit of a pullback because it jumped 10%, and hopefully then we'll see a movement back upwards. Let's have a look at a few more indicators. RSI first and foremost, bounce up as you'd expect after basically hitting that oversold mark. We bounced so much so that we hit 50.75, and the day prior we were sitting at a value of 32.62. So it really goes to show that the majority of buyers, while there wasn't a large volume, it was majority buyers, not even buyers and sellers. We're now currently seeing an RSI of 47.91. We got plenty of room to keep going if we do continue, but of course it is possible for us to drop back again as well. Let's have a look at the MACD. The MACD at the moment is showing us a cross, and it is a significant cross, and this is something I talk about a lot. If we see a shallow cross like we've seen here, that means we're not going to see a reversal in the action, and the trend that was in place prior is probably going to continue. Now, we have seen a significant cross here, so for me, that is a big signal that likely more than anything, we're now actually going to start seeing an upwards move, How high we'll go, I'm not too sure, but of course, as I mentioned, we do have those key points of resistance here at 97 cents and $1.01 to test first and foremost. But really, they're our price targets, and the price action I'm expecting to occur is a breakout from this flag pattern here and a little movement upwards, a bit like that, hopefully testing those marks. Overall, realistically, the market needs to continue moving in the right direction. That is going to be fundamental in what is currently going on. And you can see as well, yes, we have had a downtrend in place that has now also been broken out of. So I'll just put that in place there so you can see exactly what that looks like. That downtrend has been broken. So hopefully now we are seeing the start of an uptrend, but it all depends on the overall crypto action. That wraps up today's analysis on Cardano's ADA Coin, guys. I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comment section below. Of course, if you did enjoy today's video, make sure you do leave a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of this sort of content, hit subscribe and turn on those bell notifications. I'll leave it there for today, guys. I hope you have an awesome day. I'll see you next time. Cheers.